Alright, yeah, welcome back to some more Magic Duels with our Ghirapur Treats deck. So, before I get started, this video is sponsored by 5 Color Combo. If you check the description, you'll find the Kickstarter to their new app that includes deck building and other shenanigans for Magic Duels. If you really enjoy the look of it, then be sure to back it on Kickstarter, otherwise it will not become a thing, and you really should, because I think it's something you'll enjoy. Anyway, before we get into the game, I have made a few changes to the deck, which I think should improve it. I've removed the Primal Bellows, mostly because they're probably a lot better in just mono green, straight up mono green. So I've removed them, and instead I have added in 2 Creeping Molds. So Creeping Mold, 2 and 2 green, sorcery speed, destroy target artifact, enchantment, or land. So we didn't actually have any removal for tutelages or anything like that, as well as artifacts as well, and since we're in the land of artifacts, it's probably a good idea to have some artifact removal. At the very least as well, land destruction for things like Westphale Abbey and stuff like that should be coming in very handy. So that's the changes to the majority of the deck. However, since we're adding 2 extra double greens in, I have shifted over the lands a little bit. Swapped a swamp for a forest and cut down on an Inventor's Fair so we could add in an extra Evolving Wilds to stop potential mana screw with the lack of swamps. Since we do have turn 4 double blacks and a single turn 3 double black spell, we kind of still need black and green doubled by turn 3, so that's why I've gone for the Evolving Wilds. Also adds extra landfall triggers as well, so it doesn't do as much harm. Anyway, guys, I will see you in the games. See you in a bit. Okay, we're in. We're on the play. We've got 1 land hand, and it's a Rogue's Passage, so throw it back. 2 forests. We have a retreat coming up. We have a lot of double blacks. No, let's throw it back. Oh, God. Oh, God. Yep, that'll do. Isn't Quagmire. Go. Getting screwed on lands there. We're running 27. 27. What, 3 of them are colourless? Something like that. Ooh, our opponent's got the new, the lands as well as the full arts as well. As I mentioned previously, I ran out of gold to go towards the full arts, but I'm not really fussed about the full art lands. Mostly because when I play in paper, I only ever use the full art, so I'm kind of bored of looking at them. On a similar note, I kind of wish that they'd, instead of giving us full art lands, they'd let us choose the artwork. Because I really do like Kaladesh's art. So when the next set rolls around, I'd kind of like to keep these. But we'll see. Right. So he's put himself down a Smuggler's Copter. Oh dear. Oh, the mana screw. Oh dear. Our opponent, by the way, he is rank 6, called Ave Gabriel. What is Ave Gabriel doing? This might be like blue-white flyers. That will be my guess. So he can crew the Smuggler's Copter with his Selfless Spirit in order to loot and deal some horrible amount of damage to us. I'd love to see artifact removal, but first we need lands, so don't give me artifact removal, give me a land. A land helps out a lot, because it does mean we can Tireless Tracker and then Nature's Way to get rid of things like his Selfless Spirit. So we shall see. Alright, that's 3 damage down. Passes the turn. Oh god. Oh no. Pass the turn. 27 lands. 27. And I'm being mana screwed. Well, you know, that's odds for you. It is a game of variance after all, and no matter how many lands I'm gonna put in my deck, there's still a chance of getting mana screwed. Oh dear. Alright, he's getting in for 3 more, gets to loot and set up his hand. He chooses not to. He didn't last turn, actually. Just noticed. Otherwise he would have discarded. Does discard, yeah. Land. Yes. Colourless, but a land. We'll go with Tireless Tracker, because Tireless Tracker, if we play a land... Oh, we're going to get counterspelled, aren't we? Yeah. We had to. We were doing absolutely bugger all, so I don't regret that play. I'm just upset that that happened. Okay, let the beats continue. Ether Hub comes down, gets an energy. That is a 5-colour land, for those who are unaware. If you use energy, that is. It's very cool. Smuggler's Copters getting in. So this isn't blue-white flyers, because you got green in there. What's the green going to be for? That's what I want to know. Still no looting. He loves the 4 cards that are in his hand. Which I find very odd, because I imagine, unless they're all like mythics that you just really want, you still probably want to loot on the chance that you get better drops. Right, so what we could do here is we could Woodland Cemetery into Diabolic Tutor, but we're going to get hit with a counterspell, most likely. So instead, I opt to retreat to Hagra. Sweet. Woodland Cemetery and drain our opponent for 1. Keeps us alive a little bit longer. So we'll see what happens. Bounding Crisis. So we're flashing in things, are we? Gonna untap his Selfless Spirit. We're gonna take a lot of damage here. 6 next turn, to be exact. Maybe even more. I don't think there was any coming back from this when we missed our land drops. Especially after the tracker got countered. If the tracker didn't get countered, we'd have had both of them on the field and I'd have had a clue token to maybe get a little bit of advantage over our opponent, but at this stage, there's not much we can do. Because we kind of need to hit our land drops, but at the same time, if we're hitting land drops, we're not finding answers to this situation. So a Languish would be good. Languish is what I'm hoping for. So we're taking 8 here. We're dead next turn. Still doesn't want to loot with his Smuggler's Copter. I mean, if you've got the nut draw, you've got the nut draw, so yeah. Oh my god. Right, well, Diabolic Tutor probably hits a counterspell. Yep. There it is. And that's game. Not much you could do there. Did sweet bugger all that game. Well, looks like we're having a third match, because I'm not gonna put this one up in another match and leave it at that. Not a chance in hell. That was just brutal, though. Oh dear. Man, I screw with 27 lands. How the hell does that happen? Alright, guys, well, I'll see you in the next game. Alright, we're on the play. We have a fairly decent hand. If one of these was a swamp, it'd be the nuts, but it isn't, fortunately. We do have a Sylvan Advocate, though, so we can get some pressure on the board early. So we've got things to do. Alright, our opponent is rank 3, called Luxurious. Yes. Still in the early stages of the... For those who are unaware, by the way, your ranks get reset at the end of each... at the beginning of each set release. So that's the reason why I'm rank 5 at this point in time. Ooh, swamps. Oh, swamps. Right, this is a pretty sweet hand now. So next turn we get to retreat to Hagra. Turn after that we get to retreat to Hagra, play a land, drain for 2, gain 2. So we're going to be doing pretty well. Kind of hoping to see a Ghirapur Orrery, actually. Ho ho! Oh, beautiful. Oh, magic. Oh, when you work, you work. Alright, next card I want to see. What's the next card I want to see? Warp World. Give me Warp World. Can't cast it, but I like having it. Let's do it. Alright, pass the turnover. Opponent's on red-blue, so this could be Prowess, it could be Is It Burn, it could be a number of things. Well, we are going to get full reign of whatever we want to do. I think I'm still going to retreat to Hagra and Rogue's Passage, since it's the most efficient play. Because Ghirapur Orrery, is not going to do as much good. Ooh, Creeping Mold. Creeping Mold might be quite good to knock out his Black Source, actually. We'll do that next turn, though. Still need to empty our hand before the Orrery is pretty good. So, drain 2. Get in for 2. We're off to a pretty sweet start here. Yeah, I'll take out his Black Source with Creeping Mold next turn. And then we've got Murder open for whatever creature he plays. Oh no, we don't have double black. Oh, that's going to make getting the Orrery on full whack very difficult. Jorabai Murklurker. A 2/4 that can give lifelink. I always think this can give Death Touch for some reason. I don't know why. Inventor's Fair. Okay, well Inventor's Fair allows us to drain for 2. Which is pretty good. So we drain for 2. I'm going to Creeping Mold away his Black Source. Land Destruction. And that debuffs his creature. So he has no longer has a swamp. I might be the only one who was very sad to see Monvuli Acid Moss go. Mostly because I used it a lot. But I wanted Land Destruction to be a thing. And when I saw Creeping Mold in the new set, I was like, oh my god, they're bringing it back. Probably not, but there you go. So we've taken him off his Black Source, which has knocked down his creature's power level. Probably stops him from playing a lot of things like Murder. Diabolic Shooter. Okay, that doesn't do as much good. We could play the Orrery, or I could Rogue's Passage some damage through. I think that's probably what I want to do instead. Because we don't have Metalcraft online to be able to tutor up anything, but we'd only be tutoring up the Orrery anyway, so yeah, let's just give our Advocate unblockable and get past his Murklurker. Need that double Black Source so we can get Diabolic Tutor down and things like that. Diabolic Tutor might just grab a land at this point, since we want to get empty-handed. Want to cast easy things to get out of my hand. Separatist Void Mage, that gives us something to do on our turn. So he's going to bounce our Advocate back to our hand. Okay. Okay. And probably gets in for 1 here. Yep. It's advisable. I feel like we've really hurt our opponent by taking his Black Source away from him. Ooh, Hissing Quagmire. Yep, let's Hissing Quagmire, drain for 2. And just play the Advocate down, I think, since it is a tapped Black Source. Not much we can do with it. And pass the turn. He's now a 4/5, so he's going to be able to get past whatever we want. He can double chump, but he's still going to lose whichever one he wants. Whichever one we want, sorry. Still no Black Source for our opponent. Very happy to see that. I'm sure he isn't, though. We could see our Advocate getting bounced again. Oh, he's gone. He's off. Yeah, I imagine that's black, that's black, that's black, that's black. That might be a land, and that's probably a blue. That would be my guess. Ooh, Nissa. Nissa. Can we flip Nissa? 3, 6, 7. Yes, we can flip Nissa. So grab a forest. Play a forest. Drain for 2. We've got 4 mana open. Oh, Twin Bolt. There goes Nissa. Well. We have ways of getting her back, but we don't need to, really. What I can do, since we have such a interesting board state, is Diabolic Tutor up the other Nissa and then try to ultimate her so that we can cantrip all of our lands from this point forward. Hopefully no counterspell. No counter spell. Alright. Let's see. Our opponent's left now, so we've got all the time in the world to look. I mean, just getting an Evolving Wild seems pretty good, actually, because that's 4 damage by itself, and if we draw a land, we've just won at that point. So I think I might just grab an Evolving Wilds. It's not terribly exciting, but, you know, the deck wins by playing lands, so speaks for itself, really. So we've traded off with his thing. Has he got Burn Spell for our Advocate? I wouldn't be sad if it died, so... And he doesn't. Probably nothing for us. Harbinger of the Tides doesn't bounce anything. Only bounces tapped creatures. And since our Advocate has Vigilance, you will never tap it. You will never tap this. Alright. If we hit a land, we win, because Ghirapur Orrery will allow us to play more lands. Ooh. We win, I believe. Pretty much. We can Languish, kill his board. We go down to 0 power, actually. And we tap down our Quagmire, but it does empty his hand. Empty the board state. Which pretty much just signs his death warrant. So I suppose we'll do that. So he has enough on the board to kill our Advocate if we attack in. We could blow him out by murdering if he triple blocks. I suppose we'll do that. Save my Languish. Could have also Rogue's Passage there. That was very silly. But we're still going to blow his creatures away. Yeah. Murder that one. We just win next turn anyway, so... Ghirapur Orrery. Sorry, there is an extra R in there, for those who are unaware. Orrery. Yes, I used Google to translate that word. I was hoping you wouldn't notice last episode that I keep calling it array, it's just because it's easier. I knew fully well what I was doing. Alright, well... We win next turn anyway. Unless he kills our Advocate. Which, judging by the amount of times he keeps passing, is unlikely. So we're going to crack our Evolving Wilds, go get Swamp. Drain for 2. Make our Advocate unblockable. Yet another game where we end the game over 30 life. Hello. Well, that's good. I think activating Hissing Quagmire here, just so that we have 2 different sources to kill him with, is probably a safe bet to make sure we kill him this turn. Because if he has like a Lightning Axe for the Advocate, then we don't kill him. But we did. Alright guys, I will see you in the next game. Alright, we're on the play. We have a lot of expensive cards and only 2 lands. I'm going to throw it back. This one's a lot better, actually. So, we can Evolving Wilds, thin out a deck a little bit, which will get us to our 3 mana. Opponent, by the way, is rank 7, called Alex. What is Alex playing, other than a fat stack of cards he can't bear to get rid of? Evolving Wilds. Well, he's going to need them if he's running more lands, more cards. We kind of need double black. So, we're going to do that. Double green's easier to come by just off the look of the draw, so... want to focus on double black in the early game. He's on red. Oh, and then we draw more black sources. Alright, I see how it is, game. We'll go green. We'll go Olivia's Dragoon. Pass the turn. Nothing really in our hand that we want to discard. We might want to like discard Green Warden so we can pulse it back for the 6 life. And then later Green Warden can get the pulse back. Maybe. If he's running some sort of burn or aggro strategy, that'd be pretty good. But we have murders. Good. I'm going to go with a Nissa, grab a forest. So now we have double green. I'm going to crack his Evolving Wilds. What other colours is he playing? Black. Red, black. Not sure what this could be just yet. It could be Eldrazi, maybe. I'm not entirely certain on that one. It could be Burn. Could be our Madness Burn deck. Could be Vampires. There are a wide variety of things it could be. Oh, Jund. Is it mid-range? Just Jund good stuff. Who knows? Right, let's play a forest and get in for 4. Badoosh. We're going to see a removal spell here. Kozilek's Return. 2 damage to each creature. Yay! You know what I'm going to do? Discard Green Warden. I'm going to do the Pulse. Let's do it. I want to get it out of there. And then I'll pulse it back on our opponent's end step. We'll gain 6 life from it. For very little disadvantage. From Beyond. So yeah, this is some sort of Eldrazi strategy. Still going to grab back the Green Warden though. Boosh. Next turn we're not really doing anything though, which is a problem. Evolving Wilds. Okay. Well, we weren't doing anything anyway, so we might as well play that one out. Next turn we can Green Warden back our Pulse, perhaps. And start gaining a lot of life. We might want to try some sort of more aggressive strategy though, because if it is big Eldrazi, the longer the game goes on, what's he going to grab with his Green Warden? Evolving Wilds. Alright. So he's likely got some sort of card that he needs double of. What's he missing double of? Black? Yeah, he's missing double black and double red. Shall I murder his Green Warden? Let's do it. Why not? Get some back if you want. Get him back. Is that the Kozilek's Return? It is. Alright. Keep that in mind. It's better in his hand than it is on in the graveyard, because it does far more in the graveyard. So we could Green Warden and get back any number of these things. Or we could Diabolic Tutor and get our array going. Orrery. I think this turn, since we can't Tutor and Orrery on the same turn, we should Green Warden and hope we get a small thing back from the next draw that will allow us to empty our hand. Right, let's get back Nissa, because Nissa can flip next turn and she's pretty cheap as the cost of our deck goes. Okay, so our opponent's on 6 mana, 7 if he's got a land drop. He's going to Evolving Wilds, so he's still on 6 mana technically, tapped wise anyway. Ooh, blue. Interesting. This is Super Friends then. Might be Super Friends. Right, let's go with Nissa. Into Forest. Into Forest. Probably should have done Evolving Wilds there. Kozilek's Return comes and kills Nissa. It's fine. Keeps him off of 1 mana. Then we can Diabolic Tutor. Go grab our Orrery. It's going to empty our hand on the next turn, most likely. Where are you? There you are. Come on. Seriously, game. There we are. And we're going to get him for 5 here, since he lost his Scion token. Sweet. Did forget about that in his hand, but yeah, as you can see in the graveyard, it deals 5 damage to each creature instead if he casts a big Eldrazi, which is quite likely to happen. There's Cyrix Stagnation. Oh, yeah, that's that's pretty much a counter to our entire deck. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your opponent's control, that player exiles the top 2 cards of his or her library, and they draw 2 cards. Yep. That's a problem. Alright, well, I guess we're just going to pass. We've got a lot of lands in our hand. I kind of want to play them, but I don't want our opponent drawing 4 cards per turn and milling us 4 cards. That seems very counterproductive for what we're trying to do. Where's a murder when you need one? In fact, you know what? If he attacks him with his sire, I'm going to exile Green Warden to get the murder from our Ulamog the Ceaseless Hunger. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. That just counters our deck again. Green Warden, why don't you grab things when you go into exile? Well, we're dead. We're like mega dead. It's the curse of me complaining about people having more than 60 cards in the deck. Whenever I do it, I lose to that deck. No matter how many cards are in that deck, I have lost to a 100 card stack every single time I've mentioned it. Alright, well, let's go out with a bang, shall we? Let's give him loads of lands. Loads of cards. Evolving Wilds, mill 2. Crack Evolving Wilds, mill 2. Rogue's Passage, mill 2. Draw like 6 cards, mate. It's fine. There you go. Have loads of lands. Sweet. Get us to look at what we would have had, which would have been a Silver Advocate, Retreat to Agra, Olivia's Dragoon, and a Gitrog monster. Would not have helped us. If he'd have killed our Green Warden instead of exiling it, we might have been able to get out of this mess, but not likely. So we're dead. We're like mega dead. But I have kind of suicided myself because I know we're going to lose. It's a certainty at this point with Ulamog because we don't have any exile from what I remember. So once he's down, he's down. Chandra's Ignition. Coming in for 15, we're down to 1. I'm going to play both of these lands, and he's going to mill us for 4 and draw 4. Why? Because I want to. That's how. And if he tries to slow roll us, we're killing ourselves faster, so... Ooh, retreat. Let's give him loads of stuff. Have a counter, mate. Yeah. Mill us for 2, draw 2. Our opponent's deck just perfectly counters ours. There's absolutely nothing I can do about it. So if he doesn't attack, we draw 3 cards. So there's that. Which might be enough to mill us if he doesn't attack. You know what, mate? Ulamog's unblockable now. There you go. Enjoy. I concede. Come on. I've made you draw 50,000 cards and he wants to draw more, but, you know, if he wants to self-mill... He's making us draw cards. He's so nice. Thank you, opponent. Thank you. It's dead kind of you. Woodland Wanderer is massive. Yeah, okay. Our opponent is a very friendly individual. He likes drawing cards, he likes others to draw cards. I feel you. I mean, I did just give you like 15 cards, but there you go. Alright, well, that's going to do it for the deck. We might have lost a fair bit, but I do think that the deck is performing a little bit better for the changes that we've made. Case in point for the last one where we destroyed their black source and they pretty much just scooped. So anyway, that's going to do it for the deck for today. So if you've enjoyed the content, then be sure to leave a like. It helps me out a great deal. Share it around. It also helps me out, gets it to more people. And helps the channel out as a whole. If you haven't already subscribed, be sure to do so immediately for more Magic content that will be coming out every single day this week and Friday to Sunday from that point forward. And as always guys, I will see you next time. Bye bye.